Alright, so here's a Moss 4956 from Navy Arms. This is a very good condition one. Let's do an unboxing. Let's see what we got. So, that's the rubber butt pad. Still sealed up in a package. Let's see what else we have. That's the accessory kit. And you can see the tag on there. Looks like we have a cleaning brush, cleaning kit pouch, a sling, some various cleaning kit tools. We'll unpack that later on in the video. See what else we have. The original French manual. That's interesting. 1961. That's when it was approved. Alright. So we have the translated English manual. That's interesting. I thought this would just be a reprint that Navy Arms made, but looks like this was a 1980 reprint. Maybe they reprinted for whatever reason in English. That's pretty interesting. We'll take a look at that later as well. Let's get on to I think that's all the accessories. So let's pull the rifle out. So this is a very good condition one. It's not, they had an excellent condition one. This one was $12.25. The excellent condition was, I believe it was $13.99. So let's see what we have here. This one, about $175 cheaper to get the very good condition one. They're both fresh out of French storage and rebuilt. Let's see what we have. It's looking pretty nice. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Let's get that bubble wrap out of there. Yeah, it's in really good condition. A little bit of oil on it. A little bit of oil up on the barrel, but not too bad. No cosmoline or anything I see of. Let's take a look in the action. Let's see. Yeah, not a lot of wear. Looks really good. Alright. Alright, so let's take a look at this side of it. You can see the markings. That's the import mark back there, and there's also one down there. Pretty hidden and out of the way. Yeah, not a lot of wear on it at all. See, that matches. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. Let's see. Pull the grenade launcher up. Let's see. Now that, if you look on the barrel, it's a different serial number on the barrel. I'll guess the French probably didn't worry about replacing the same serial numbered barrels when they were re-arsenaling them. Let's get that grenade launcher down. That's your gas cutoff. And that's your range adjustment. Really good. You can kind of see the oil underneath that. Really good condition. I haven't looked at the bore yet. We'll take a look at the bore. Let's pull the magazine out. The magazine looks brand new, really. Yeah, only wear from going in and out. Alright, we'll set that aside and we'll get this disassembled and come back and take a look at it. Alright, I have it here disassembled. Just wiped it out a little bit. There was some hard grit a little bit in there. See, there's a 62 on that locking block. Really no wear, so to speak of, on it. A little bit of oil on the hammer there. You can see the stock bolt is staked. The French don't want you taking that apart. You can also see an old stake in there from when they must have taken it apart for to rebuild it. See, this stock has a little bit of dings. This is, I think, why it was very good rather than the excellent. And that's okay, but I'll bet the excellents, they probably had freshly rebuilt stocks, or freshly brand new stocks. They're all rebuilt rifles. Let's take a look at the bolt and cover and everything. The cover, the serial number matches, so that's good. The only non-matching part I found so far is the barrel. Let's take a look at the bolt. The bolt doesn't match either. That's interesting. I guess maybe they weren't concerned with the electro pencil when they rebuilt them. This one was rebuilt in '87. I'll show you that mark in a second here. Original firing pin. Bolt carrier. Nylon charging handles in good shape. A little bit of oil on that. Of course, we have the recoil spring. Not much to say there. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at yeah, it all looks pretty good here. I will mention, if you're going to be doing some shooting with these can have slam fire, so you'll want to get a sprung firing pin, or there's another company that makes a titanium firing pin. This is Murray Gunsmithing. I think it was about, I forget the price on it, about 40 bucks for this, but they give you this, a spring. Also, they sent me an extra return spring. I'll be putting that in there instead of the original one to prevent slam fires. Alright, I got it all greased and back together. We'll show, I said 87 earlier, but it's actually a 86 rebuild date. Yeah, I just greased it up, cleaned it up. The bore looks really good. I'll put a picture in right now. Yeah, otherwise really not any wear so to speak of. A little bit of dings and dents on the stock. Everything's in very good condition. I thought the stock would be in a little better condition than it is, but I really can't complain. There's only really any, like, that's a fresh ding there, probably from transit, I would say out of France, but all the other dings are oiled over, so they must have been just stocks that weren't deemed serviceable, or were deemed serviceable and not in need of replacement. But all in all, yeah, very good rifle. Let's get on to the cleaning kits and the other accessories. Well, I think I'm going to leave the French guide still in the pouch. I don't really see any need to open that. I can't speak French, let alone read it there, so just take a look through this manual. Let's take a quick look and see. Looks like they have illustrations, some information in both English and French here. Mostly this is all English, but they show disassembly, some other information here, loading, unloading, affixing a bayonet, accessories like the night sight device, infrared equipment. I'll bet they probably have it. There's about the scope in here, because those Moss 4956s have a scope rail. There's some information on the scope. Let's get to the real stuff here. Alright, here's the rubber butt pad. Let's put just a small slit in there so we can somewhat preserve the packing. Let's see what kind of conditions that's in. It's turned white over the years, it seems like, but yeah, that rubber is not in the best of condition, but I'll bet you probably could remove some of that maybe. We'll see later in the video if we can clean that up. Don't think I will be using it, but there it is. I'm not sure. They make two sides of this. I guess this is a 1. I believe there's probably a 2 as well. I don't know which one's bigger. Alright, now I have the rest of the stuff here. I already made a slit. If you got the excellent condition one and it really looked close to unissued, maybe leave this stuff in. For me, I'm just gonna use this rifle as a light shooting rifle and enjoy it that way. I believe this is the cleaning kit pouch. See a little bit of green on some of the brass hardware. That's pretty typical of stuff that's been stored for so long. 1980, Paris 1980, that's really interesting. So you can see that. I don't see anything else in that pouch. Let's see what else is in here. There is, I believe that's the spare firing pin pouch. No markings on it that I can see whatsoever, but that's what I believe that is. Let's get the other stuff out here. Here's the tag. These tags can be quite brittle after they've sat in here for a long time. I've noticed opening other packages, so if you want to preserve those, you got to be really careful with them. We'll open that up in a little bit. Looks like there's chamber brush, pull through. That's just a little chip brush. You got a bore brush. That's interesting. It looks like they use brass bristles. That's your pull through. Oil bottle. Plastic. No oil in it, I don't believe. No, but it's your oil bottle. There's a sling. Sling is in good condition. Looks like it has, I'm not sure if that's blackened brass or steel. The sling's in very good condition. A little bit of this white stuff on it from long-term storage, but I think it should clean up just fine. What's the last thing in here? This is our, okay, that's interesting. So I know when they talked about the stuff included on Navy Arms site, they told you there would be no spare firing pin included for this pouch. We bought that extra firing pin, so if you wanted to put a firing pin in there, you have the original, you could. Here it looks like we have a, I believe that's the screwdriver for the trigger guard, to pull the trigger group out, I believe. We have a broken case extractor in there. Replacement, I believe that's for the grenade launching slider. Looks like they gave us 2 replacement springs. I know flipping through that manual they talked about if you had those springs break, how to fix it with a piece of paper in the field, but it looks like maybe that was a common issue. We'll open up that cleaning, all this stuff, and we'll take a look at it here. Alright, I got a few things open here. That's the cleaning kit pull through. I think I'm just going to leave that in the little pouch. I'm not planning on using any of this stuff, but I probably would have left most of this stuff in the plastic, but I figured I'd open it up to show you guys. This isn't a pristine example. This isn't a pristine example anyway, but I probably would have left these accessories just in their bag, but it's interesting to take a look at here. Yep, that. Alright, now let's take a look at this kit. This is what I'm most interested in. So what is that? Oh, that's another, interesting, that's another screwdriver. You have a little hex wrench. I'm not sure what the hex wrench is for. Might be something on the trigger group. They're parkerized. They're pretty dry parkerized, so if you guys do open them, I'd probably put a little bit of oil on them just in case. It's another screwdriver, and there's a hook tool. I'm not sure, that must be for something as well there. Let's see what else we have. That's a spare extractor. That's interesting. So yeah, that's a spare extractor for the bolt. That's good to have in your kit. It's a broken case extractor, and that's if you had a case where the case had sheared off, you could insert this into it, close the bolt, and this collet here would grip the case and rip it out. And then I think we just have these two spare. Yep, that's what those are, is the grenade adjuster, grenade slider, the replacement springs. Alright, so let's get some of the stuff cleaned up and I'll show you how it all goes together. Alright, so not really sure on the French doctrine on this stuff, but we'll show you all that stuff does go in there, and this will seal up. So all your cleaning stuff and spare parts would fit in there. I believe this is for the firing pin, and that's the original firing pin, because you saw we replaced the firing pin we had with the sprung one for Murray's Gunsmithing. And that'll close up. Then you got your spare firing pin in there. Not sure if possibly you would keep your extractor in there as well, or if that's just for the firing pin. But that's how it would all go. I'm not planning on carrying any of this stuff, but it's pretty neat that they include all the accessories like this. Especially if you're a collector that kind of likes the accessories, you get everything included. I haven't cleaned all the green stuff off yet. I usually use a small brass pick carefully around the leather and then a nylon brush. Alright, here's the rifle with the rubber butt pad installed. Couldn't figure out how to get this white off. If you know any idea, let me know. These are fairly stiff and somewhat deteriorated, but if you know of a way to get that, just kind of the white stuff off, it doesn't seem to brush off. Maybe you'll, or no, I'd have to research a rubber conditioner that wouldn't damage it. But I got the sling installed. One thing I will mention, this is my first French rifle, so kind of new to them, but this is one thing I thought was fairly interesting that they did. They have this extra flap sewed on so you don't get any keeper wear on your stock. That's a pretty nice touch. But yeah, all in all, you have the rifle, you have your accessories, and yeah, all of it together, your kit. I have the accessories out of it. I'm cleaning everything up right now, but that's a pretty good value, I think, from Navy Arms for $12.25. They've since upped their price to $12.99, and they're out of stock of this. They're out of stock of the excellent condition, and they're out of stock of the very good condition with the Arsenal tag. But I have a tip for you for those of you who have stayed till the end. AIM Surplus currently right now has some of these very good condition ones for $1,225 with all the accessories shipped. Well, I believe you might have to pay shipping on top of that, but if you're looking for one, that's the last place that I know of has them. Maybe Navy Arms will get more, maybe they won't, but it's a pretty good deal to get something right fresh out of French storage. I know a lot of them came into the country that way, but a lot of them have been here a really long time with civilian owners shooting corrosive ammo and other stuff through them. So if you want a pristine example, I mean, similar to what Century brought in the 90s maybe or earlier, this might be your chance. This is in the original 7.5 French caliber, and yeah, I think it's a great deal. AIM Surplus has them right now, $12.25. They're still in stock as of this morning, so good luck, and if you get another one of these rifles, I'd love to see your unboxing video of it as well. Have a good day.